to paint all over Africa and to the world.
Graffiti to me means basically life, because that's how I pay my taxes, that's how I make my bread. So bila hiyo itakuwa ngumu kuomoka.
Graffiti for me, it's unlocking new levels of my art.
Art moja yenye ina communicate to the community sana.
Just amazing art put into a bigger space and which is open to the public.
Manze, graffiti ina mean a lot. Graffiti kwangu ni lifestyle. It's not just kwenda kwa ukuta kuchora.
It means a lot, it's more than art. For some it might mean an illegal stuff, but to me it means it's a form of art. Yeah.
I think it changes people's hearts and also their perspective about life.
A form of self-expression. It's a type of art done in the streets, especially in the streets.
Graffiti ni lifestyle for me. It's a way of living. Ni kama venye tu unaamka asubuhi manze unaanza kubreathe manze or una continue kubreathe. So mimi na inhale graffiti na exhale graffiti.
Graffiti presents another level of art. With graffiti we get to interact with people. Nafanya art hadi watu wadogo na kama kuuliza, unafanya aje?
Graffiti to me is life, yeah. Because I think if I wasn't doing graffiti or art, I think I won't be doing anything else that I like. Like I like art and graffiti.
It's like a language where artists portray what is in their minds. They usually do it in the streets. Nowadays, it is being accepted even in institutions.
Depending on the situation that I'm seeing the world is in, depending on the situation that I see my country is in, I go look for a Swahili method that can guide us during this, whatever we have been going through or whatever we are going through at that specific moment. Then place it on a wall somewhere. It ends up starting conversation. Hey, what is that you have written? I end up explaining the method. We end up having conversation with people who interact with the artwork. So one way or the other, street art has a very huge potential in influencing even opinions of general public, because the beauty of graffiti, what even attracted me to it is the audience interacts with the artwork directly. We are always seeking elevating the mental consciousness of the African youth, who are the biggest audience of our work. So through that we give them our wisdom through the sayings and through intellectual nice art.
Graffiti really originate from Africa, kienda to the trains in USA huko, but sasa imerudi tena Africa. Ancient people walikuwa wanachora kwa stones, sasa tuliletewa walls hapa hivi na walami. Sasa tunaonyesha vile tungepata rangi tukikuwa kwa caves, vile tungechora. We come now our own style as we skew. It's the new Nairobi style, East African style. That's why watu wanaita graffiti, because it's our own style from Africa. It's not fonts zenye kila mtu amezoea, portraits zenye kila mtu amezoea. It's just us building ourselves. Graffiti ni something very powerful. Hawezi control. Kitu kishachorwa kwa wall, it's there. It affects people majorly, because everybody views art in a different way. Na ukiview in your own perspective, kuna wenye ina heal mentally, kuna wenye inawachangamsha through their days. Sijai get mtu ananiambia eti this wall makes me sad. What the people wanasemaga this wall makes me happy. Ukipaint everywhere, watu wanakuja wanakukongratulate, you made my day. Sasa zingine watu wanakupatia hata doji tu umepaint wall, which shows a lot. We need this graffiti everywhere if possible. And of course it's possible.
I'm into comicals and illustration kind of style. Naona piece zangu zinakanga roughy and sketchy at some point, but napenda ku match colors, different colors to bring out different forms of energies, because colors na bring energy in a vibe tofauti kupiga kwa place. Yeah.
I just go with anything and ina pop kwa kichwa yangu, but I think generally I could say that nafanya Afrofuturistic art, and most of the colors zenye mimi hutumia ni very poppy, bright, vibrant colors.
I'm an artist from Nairobi, Kenya. I do fine art and graffiti.
I do painting, do body art, do pencil. I also do patterns.
and art. Ngoja na kizungu ama. I'm majoring in contemporary art, but also graffiti is my passion. It's a huge impact on my life because I'm sure lots of people will view my art internationally and nationally. And also I'm expecting to see lots of people online posting on our art and stuff like that.
I'm a mural artist, stroke portrait artist. I do ink drawings. When I draw, like, I want someone to look at it and feel good. I've never done such a big project, so this was a first for me. It has been nice, well, tiresome, but now I know I can do something bigger. Most of my work, I do people's faces, mostly female faces. I like the expressions, and also, yeah, like I said, they make you feel something when you look at them.
I do quite a mixture of arts. There is Afrofuturism, which is part of a collaboration that we do with Joyce. Expressionism, a bit of mixed media here and there, quite a lot of landscape art also. Being experimental, having fun, this taught me a couple of lessons. First, collaboration, it's very important. Mingling with other artists who are not who don't do the same kind of art that you do, but also, like, you have to do the same piece continuously and everything has to blend in. Yeah, so basically collaboration is key. Colors are very easy. I do a lot of landscape paintings, so it will revolve around greens and yellows and oranges and, you know, very earthy colors.
I'm an artist, illustrator. I'm also a painter. My style, I usually mix cubism and pop art. So in my paintings, it is likely you will find vibrant colors. They form like blocks of very bright colors.
I'm a graffiti artist. I paint, I do sculpture, I do woodwork, I do tattoos. I do a lot of things. Also, sana, I like sketching and playing around with color. My favorite is human figure.
My style is Tubuism, me name after me because it's my own style. So, being a member of BSQ, one of the founders.
I'm an artist, contemporary artist based in Nairobi, na nimebuildiwa so much na BSQ. Na leo tuko Uhuru Gardens, mboka ya BSQ.
Nafanyanga art na majorly na specify na kupaint kwa canvas, mostly oil, but sometimes I do murals, graffiti, vitu kama hizo. Mostly ni colors. Style yangu inaitwa free fall. Basically ni rangi tu zinakam zina crash or something, alafu zina blow up into something else, lakini mostly inatumia rangi mingi na different shades, so unapata ni kama ina fade ama inakuwa darker, inapea na depth na kitu kama hiyo.
Many artists. Basically nafanya portrait art in a contemporary way. What makes my style mine, first of all, ni cause mimi ndo naifanya.
Graffiti artist, visual artist, illustrator, graphic designer, interior designer, all-round creative. I'm one of the co-founder members of BSQ. Yeah, for me, my style is based on words. So most of the time, I have a statement to put out. I put it in words. Other than that, I sometimes, if it's a very kind of touchy subject, you'll find there are things called proverbs. They are called methalis. They are Swahili proverbs. And there are a lot of wisdom that's hidden in our own proverbs. Wisdom that can guide us in life and stuff.
I major in graffiti and mural and canvas art. But basically, I can just call myself an artist in general. Because I think as an artist, you continue growing and you continue experimenting with the different things. When I finish my pieces, I normally just weave them around with black, like black lines, yeah, black line work to create patterns and a little bit of abstraction.
BSQ ilianza na kuja pamoja as artists. Tuko na mmoja wetu marehemu Washe ali have to bring pamoja, create the idea ya BSQ. So far tumedevelop mpaka hapa. Tumekuwa na ups, tumekuwa na downs, tumekuwa na a lot of people walienda, wengine wakarudi, wengine wakaenda kabisa. So tumedevelop for the past 7 years. Moving forward, campaign all over Africa and to the world. Yeza.
Wow, this is the baddest crew, man. They the ish.
I get to work now as different for a minute. Because ikonge rahisi sana kupatana like hivi. Ma creatives wengi kupatana hivi pamoja kwa pamoja. Teamwork, patience. Also tumelearn do pia bigger piece na time ndogo, because teamwork it's the way to go, because kama tungekuwa team bigi tungekuwa hapa for a long time. Ni mafighter manze, ni mafighter. Wase wa give up on any ground, as in wako up always, and nimependa spirit sana actually, because at first tukianza tulikuwa na ile mshike, but tumemanage manze, hata tumekuwa surprise manze kupull stand. Nimependa sana venye wase wana fight. Yeah.
BSQ crew is a family of artists. Nasema ni crew yenye iko na wase dedicated, empowered, iko na hiyo sake ya art, na wako willing to give back. I learn a lot from BSQ as an artist, as an individual. Yeah, manze. And I give thanks, manze. It's a wonderful crew. We're looking forward to greater things.
Crew iko sawa, like Kenya nanibamba ni madem pia wako kwa job, so na pia wamechangamka, hakuna mtu amelalisha, kila mtu ako game yake iko juu.
This is one of the most inclusive groups I've worked with in a while.
Very gelled together. Everyone has their own kind of art style and their own ideas, but still in a way the whole piece has come together as one.
Oh, I can say there's no any better crew I can rather work with than the one I've been working with, because I think they are the best in what they do. We just like to big them up once again and continue the same spirit and to many more.
The crew that we are working with, they are amazing people. They are also amazing artists. We have very skilled artists. If you look at individual works of artists, it's very inspiring to me. The teamwork is amazing. The coordination, there are people who they have a big heart, really.
Hii project imenifunza ni muhimu una believe in other artists, juu sisi tumepewa opportunity na BSQ kushine, so ndio maana piece iko na energy mingi. Wenyewe ni wale wa Ngori.
This is my first biggest project where I've been able to work as an artist, not as mtu wa mkono. Sinajua mtu wa mkono, yeah. I've been able to come and express myself. I've been longing to work with BSQ because they took me in for internship when I was back in KU, and I really enjoyed to experience the street life of art. So I was used to the formal art, which is a bit different in terms of self-expression because it has a lot of limitations. But graffiti is, you let yourself go out there, and being here and being able to work on this project has really helped me have insight on my work. It has motivated me towards being an artist. It has actually shown me how much opportunities are around. Yeah, and it has been a fun experience working with other artists that I've been longing to work with. Big up BSQ, Kina Msale, Dhufu, Kena. You guys are amazing. Mmetupatia chance ya kuwork na nyinyi na mmetuonyesha si pia ni wasanii. Hamjatu limit, mmetuambia we go and do our thing. Na pia you've mmetutake care, you've fed us really well. Also kimfuko pia mmetuangalia manze. I've had times where unaenda you work with somebody and instead of being partners you end up slaving for them and they take all the benefit. Hadi unafanya mural and you're not allowed to sign on it. So your name will never grow from that project. Like your project ikiisha nimeisha, hatuna mtu ataijua ulikuwa hapo. You're not even allowed to have any footage of the work because huyu mtu amesema hii ni kazi yangu, umekuja kusaidia. So it's been really humbling, it's been motivating. I'm really looking forward to doing more projects. And yeah, thanks guys. Tuko pamoja forever.
Okay, BSQ I think is one of the best groups, the best crew in Kenya, the best graffiti crew in Kenya, and working with them, it really means a lot for me. And all I can say, the group is a really nice group, very talented and very organized people. Yeah.
From Dust Depot is where I met BSQ crew, and I'm thanking the Dust Depot fraternity, Patrick Mukabi, and all the artists of Dust Depot, and BSQ. Yeah, they've all been my family in my artistic journey.
Mazee, hapo sasa hii crew mazee ni kaa famo, na si kwangu peke yake, ni famo kwa wase wengi sana hapa hivi. So BSQ is not really a crew, but it's a family, it's a movement, unajua. Ani wase mazee wana shake ground mazee kila mahali wanaenda, in the smallest way and in the biggest way. So mazee, naweza sema hii crew ni wase wa genuine, wase wa legit, wase wenye wanataka kugrow in every way, wase wanataka encourage mazee keeping on. Na yeah, I think it's one of the best crews in Kenya right now. Naomba tu yani BSQ igrow, iendelee kugrow na izidi kugrow.
We started BSQ just as a group of friends who met in around 2011. But we formed BSQ that is known right now in 2013 when we did our first exhibition at the National Museum. At that time we didn't even have a studio. We are canvas artists, painters generally, but we always share a love for graffiti with my peeps, Kinadufu and Kemis. So around that time we approached the Railways Museum. We were looking for a studio space. At that time we were sharing a space with Patrick Mukabi, but he needed a space for our own. That's how we ended up talking to the Nairobi Railway Museum management to rent us out one of their old train wagons behind the main reception area, which we converted into a studio. And in the process, as a value exchange, we decided to paint the perimeter wall of the Railways Museum. It was a process, around a 3-year process. We spent around 3 years in that studio, but in those 3 years we saw immense growth, even in the numbers, even in our styles, even in our personal lives, being published in different international magazines and features. So it was a good time we shared with the Railways Museum. Or after that period, during the corona, when we had to work from home, the people running this project, the Kenya Defense, they approached us because they had seen the work we had done at the Railway Museum, and they told us they had a large bridge, a large wall surface that needed our skills, and we are more than glad to be part of it. If I can describe the crew that I've been working with in this project, I could describe them as my students. Because there are two groups during our session in our studio where we were approached by Kenyatta University when they had visual artists who were pursuing a degree in fine art and design, and they needed somewhere to be on attachment. And they ended up in our studio, and they ended up under us as BSQ artists, and we trained them into being graffiti artists. Now we are out here working together, so I think it's a proud moment for myself as a graffiti teacher.
What's in work now, man, it's amazing, you know, inakuwa tu poa yani. Hakuna mtu mwenye umehave kuambia do this, you know, like everybody just knows what to do. You don't have to guide them. Ndio ni upcoming and all these cliche names zenye hawa sasa usema, But then these guys are out here to get your jobs. So watch out for them, and I'll vouch for them anytime. Best crew ever. Videographer wetu, stroke photographer, stroke image editor. V hapo hivyo anacheza kaa yeye. Vijana wame come through, man. Best thing ever. Yeah. Siwezi complain. Yes, kuna human errors. We are all human, but best people ever.
First, women are beautiful. African women are beautiful. And also, women are not quite represented in any other sector like that well. Here we're just trying to uplift the African woman and make everyone love the African woman. Number two, the African culture. To be very specific, head wraps and the meaning that head wraps have in the African culture and everything that it has represented over the years from Kitambo till now.
Nature itself is a woman. Because, well, it could be that God is a woman, so okay, from perspective yangu is just celebrating black women. I don't think they're celebrated enough.
Women are the life givers. Yeah, because without women, I think all of us will not be here. Women are the life givers. That's one of the reasons, because all of us came from a woman. There's no individual person that I know that was birthed by a man. So it's just a way to appreciate and celebrate women more because they are just extraordinary.
As you can see, the majority of the pieces are about women. Women are like the backbone of our community. They are very important to us. They are our mothers, our sisters, our biggest pride, the source of life. Majority of the pieces are just about appreciating the women in our community.
Napenda kuchora women because women are the most powerful beings alive. Most of them don't know it, but women wametufanya tukakuwa what we are as BSQ. All my partners grow up big because of their mothers, cannot lie. Some of them hawana dads, their mamas wamewafanya wakakuwa this big. So it's right that we celebrate them. African culture, queens, tulikuwa na queens sisi, like queens were really powerful, walikuwa na run everything. So that's why we celebrate women.
Art ni all about beauty na madem ndio warembo, so kuchora mwanaume utakuwa umeanguka.
Mademu play big roles in life, in a basic human setup. So madem lazima mazee to applaud in every way and any way that we can, because saa zingine hawako appreciated as much as they should. And na feel having the pieces madem on this project ina appreciate madem wenye tunajua, like our sisters, our mothers, our relatives who are women, na like just women in general in the whole entire nation.
It's part of our BSQ like style to paint African women. We've been following BSQ for a while. The last 7 years we've been painting murals. You'll see there are a lot of women that feature in our paintings. That's because we're always about celebrating African women. For me personally, the first person to hand me a crayon and believe that I could draw was my mom. My mom is a preschool teacher, so I used to help her prepare teaching materials. So she was one of the first people who knew I could draw before myself. I knew I could draw, and she provided the necessary materials for me to express myself. We paint everybody and everything, but for us specifically, we're all about celebrating African culture. And if you go back to African culture, you'll see African culture is all about celebrating women. Women are highly valued, so for us, it's just part of us and part of us expressing what influences who we are.
The future is female.